I'm DaniellaSchettino, and my infographics is about where is the intruder, wild boar distribution in Mato Grosso, Brazil. The wild boars in Brazil are considered as intruder and exotic species, and they don't have natural predators. They are associated with the destruction of crop areas and soil, besides being a potential vector for transmission of disease like classical swine fever and African swine fever for domestic pigs, and trichinosis to humans. But before we start with our study, I would like to point that we have native suites, like native fauna in Brazil, and they are very similar with wild boars, and sometimes hunters can be confused and start to kill the natural fauna that it's illegal. But we have like some way to differentiate them. For example, the peccary, known as queixada, is a native species and it's considered vulnerable because the hunters confuse them with the wild boars. But they have like in the chin a white area that it's very characteristic and can be easily differentiate from the wild boars. Another peccary that it's called cateto, they have a white color in front of the anterior members. There is a very strong characteristic that differentiate them from the wild boars. And both these species, they are not as susceptible as wild boars are for classical swine fever and African swine fever, and they have natural predators, and for the hunting of these animals are illegal by law in Brazil. Well, so what we wanted to do, we want to predict areas of distribution of wild boars in Mato Grosso. So for this, we performed a study using maximum entropy modeling that identifies species, niches, distributions. What we did, we considered the geographic locations of farms in Mato Grosso that have reported wild boars in the area. We use environmental components like vegetation, crop areas, temperature index, and we add all these pieces of information into a software called Maxent. And we have found that certain municipalities in the northern, in the southwestern of Mato Grosso showed highest probabilities of wild boar presence. An additional concern is associated with some municipalities in the center of the states because there we have more concentrated the domestic pigs. And with this, knowing this distribution, we can propose actions of population control of wild boars can be targeted and together with surveillance in domestic pigs, being part of the swine health program in domestic and wild pigs. And we can see in the map of Mato Grosso, the darker the shade, the higher the probability of finding the wild boars. And in the center, we can see the very large blue dots showing that the number of domestic pigs are higher there. And that's it. Thank you.